Hey Super K, hope y'all are having a great week at school. I'm going to show you the steps to create your mixed up creature. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to start by creating our design on white paper. Now when Carle, when he starts his illustrations, he always starts by drawing out his design so that he knows exactly what shapes he needs to cut to create his illustration. So I am going to create first my mixed up creature, and I'm just going to think about what types of shapes I want to have on my creature. I think I want my creature to have maybe a rectangle body. Okay, but think about what other shapes your creature's body could be. It could be oval, it could be square, it could be two triangles put together, which would make a diamond. So whatever shape you want. I think I want my mixed up creature to have a long neck. So I'm going to do a long, skinny rectangle for my creature's neck. And then I think I want my creature to have a circle head. So I'm going to start just building my creature with shapes. Then I'm going to think about what I'm going to add to my creature for details. How many legs is my creature going to have? Are they going to be all the same shape? Or are they going to be different shapes? I think I'll go ahead and give my creature 4 legs, maybe 4 rectangles. Maybe at the bottom of the rectangles, I'll do some circles. And then I want my creature to have kind of a curvy tail. And maybe even my creature has some spikes on his back. I wonder what animal he got that from. Then my creature is going to have pointy ears. And then of course maybe I'll give him some eyes. And a nose. And a mouth that I can add whenever I create my creature. So that is what I want my mixed up creature to look like. So now that I have my idea, now I'm ready to get out my painted paper and I'm ready to cut out all of the shapes and put them together to make what is called a collage. And that's what Carle makes when he does his illustrations. So I have this yellow piece of paper that I'm going to use for my background. And then I have a whole stack of painted paper that you guys did last week. And you're going to have an entire stack on your table. And you can look through it, see what colors you like. Look, here's some really good colors on this one that I could use. See what else I have. Ooh, look at this green. Somebody mixed some green and some blue together. Maybe a little bit of purple. And look at this blue. That would be a good one to use too. So I think I'm going to start with something for my body. Let's see. Oh, look at this. This is really cool. I'm going to use this for my body. So what I can do is my body, I need a rectangle. So I'm going to use, this is almost a great rectangle to use, but I'm just going to use my pencil and I'm going to draw where I want to cut. And I know that's probably hard to see on the camera, but I drew with my pencil, and then I'm going to cut out my rectangle, and then that's going to be my creature's body. So I'm going to put that on my yellow paper. And then I found these really cool purple triangles. And remember, my creature has spikes. I think I'm going to use these purple triangles for his spikes. And then remember, my creature has a really long neck. So I have some long rectangles. So I can take a look at these rectangles and see which one ooh, look at that one. I like that one. It has all these cool texture lines in it. And I'm going to use this for his neck. So I kind of have to decide how tall I want to make it. I think I'm going to trim it a little because I don't want it to be too tall. And then that's going to be my creature's neck. And then, remember, my creature had a circle head. So I'm going to look through my stack of paper over here, and I'm going to find what color. I like this kind of yellow-green color. So on here, I'm going to draw a circle. And that's what I'm going to cut out for my head. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. And then this is how you're gonna build your mixed up creature. This is how artists build what is called a collage by using pieces of paper and gluing them together to create a work of art. So here is my circle for my creature. So he's looking really, really cool. So whenever you get your paper and your stack of collage and paper, then that's what you can do to make your creature. And the very last thing we're gonna do is you're gonna have at your table, Miss Carlisle is gonna give you a bowl of googly eyes. And you're gonna pick out some googly eyes to put on your creature. Look at my creature. If you have two big ones, how silly that looks. Or I can go with maybe some smaller eyes. Okay, and then you can, with a marker, you can add a nose and a mouth. And so we're just gonna make some really fun mixed up creatures. And I cannot wait to see what they look like whenever I get back. And so I hope y'all have a really good time doing this, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.